Hello, I'm H.D. Chambers, Superintendent of Schools for Alief ISD. Hope I find you doing well today, and I hope that perhaps you're beginning to enjoy some cooler weather. I've got several topics to talk about today, and obviously each one of them, to some degree, deals with COVID and the virus, not only in our school system, but in our community and across the region. But also want to talk about uh, the way we've been phasing in in-person learning for students and for staff, and just a couple of comments about that for students, faculty, and our parents. First, I want to talk about enrollment. And as you know, if you watch these, I've been talking about this for quite a while. But districts across the state of Texas, across the country, quite frankly, particularly in the urban, mid-suburban areas, the highly densely populated communities like Alief, we have seen a pretty significant reduction in students enrolled for this school year relative to what we felt or what we projected to be enrolled. As I have mentioned before, Alief has a roughly 7% or so drop in enrollment from what we anticipated. This is true of districts across the Houston area. It's true of districts in suburban areas. It's true in the Metroplex, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's true in the Austin, San Antonio area, the Valley, West Texas, the Panhandle, you name it. The state of Texas is seeing a sharp decline in the number of students who are actually enrolled. I'm not talking about students who are enrolled just not attending class and being absent. I'm talking about being enrolled in school. And so there's multiple ramifications of this, and I won't go through every one of them, but there's two that I want to keep reminding everyone of. The first and foremost is the missing instruction, the lack of an education that our kids are not receiving, who are not in school, and that's that is going to be a long-term problem if we have a large number of pre-K, kinder, first, second, third graders who take a year off or don't come back to school until the semester. Those are going to be long-term consequences, and school systems, ours included, are going to have to spend a lot of time making up for lost ground, if you will. So I want to continually talk to parents and to community members. Please, if your child is not enrolled in school, enroll them, and then attend when you're enrolled, whether you're attending in person or you're attending virtually. So please enroll. For those that are enrolled and you are attending in person, continue working with your teachers. Continue wearing masks, continue to social distancing yourself. That's the only way we're going to continue to improve in the number of cases and the transmission of COVID. So please, students and staff, do your part. I am extremely grateful and appreciative for what you have done, you being students and staff so far, to take this serious. The board and I greatly appreciate it. And I know our community appreciates it. On the cases, I will tell you that our district has COVID cases, and we have had some students who have tested positive. We have staff members who have tested positive. Our contact tracing has yet to show that any of these positive cases were as a result of being in school. They all took place outside of school. But just know, as a community member, as a parent, as a staff member, we update our dashboard by campus every day at the end of the day, so you can see if there's been a positive case, be it student or be it staff member, at any campus by the day. So go to our website, and you'll be able to monitor that. I would keep reminding parents, if your child is sick, if they're running a fever, please consider keeping them home and letting them learn virtually. One of the great things about going 100% virtual for as long as we did is hopefully parents and students were able to at least get the hang of or understand how to go to school remotely. So on these days your child feels sick, parents, just because they're sick, if they're able to work from home virtually, that means they're not going to be counted absent. And it means they're going to continue with their education and not have any makeup work. So please, That's if they're sick, if they're running fever, coughing, things of that nature. Staff, same way. You know, if you're feeling bad, please monitor the symptoms, and if you feel that though you need to be tested, please do so. Let our benefits department know, our risk benefits department know if you need a place or a location to be tested. Just trying to keep everyone safe as we possibly can. And I guess the last thing on this would be making sure that everyone gets their flu shots. I know some people believe in flu shots, some people don't. Some people claim that, you know, that I got a flu shot one time and got the flu a month later. Some people say I've never gotten a flu shot, I've never had the flu. I mean, just there's a different beliefs, and I respect all of those beliefs. But the health experts across the country are advising, particularly adults, to get a flu shot. So just a little public service announcement. Teachers, staff members on campus, I know as we have phased in what you're doing, particularly teachers trying to teach children, those that are in front of you, and then teach children that are virtual, that it borders on extremely hard to almost impossible. I know that, and we all know that, and we're attempting to move as quickly as we can to get back to a situation where you as a teacher have a little bit more control. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of you for being creative and problem solving. You know, we've talked to principals and others and just kind of encourage them to be patient with teachers and let them try new things. Let them try to figure out how to best meet the needs of their students while meeting their own needs of being able to deliver instruction. So it's not perfect, statement of the obvious. So just do the best you can. Keep working as hard as you can. Do the best you can, and we will get through this. And we will continue to strive for a day that is safe and that staff members feel somewhat safe and confident that they can come to school without the fear of this virus. I know there are many of you that are fearful now. And as long as we practice good safety protocols, the mask, social distance, washing our hands, I think we can continue to do what we're doing now in a very safe way that doesn't put anyone at any unnecessary risk. Parents, please, for those of you that have chosen to keep your children home and learning virtually, make sure you're watching your children. Make sure you're keeping up with them as a parent, making sure they're staying engaged. And let me tell you what that means. Engaged means they're in class, if that's what it calls for. They're participating, they're listening, they're not doing, I mean, I know as a parent, sometimes you're not able to do that, but try to encourage that, try to monitor that as best you can, so that the virtual learning experience is as positive as it possibly can be, fully knowing it's not meeting our standards for sure, but it's also not helping in a lot of cases many of our students, and I know that. I know that. I talked to a parent the other day who just parent of a high school student who's just struggling. You know, our high schools are on a hybrid schedule, and some students are coming Monday, Tuesday, and the other half are coming Thursday, Friday. And if you're not in person, then you're learning virtually, and it's just not the most effective, successful way to educate people. And we know that. I know that. But again, we're just trying to balance the safety of all you know, everyone that's included, students, staff members, with the academic, social, emotional needs. So with that, I will wrap this up and basically tell everyone we're in the middle of an election. If you didn't already know, early voting has begun in Texas. If you reside in Harris County, early voting has begun. Multiple ways to do it. Same way with Fort Bend County, Brazoria County. I've always tried to encourage all staff members to be an informed voter. There's nothing worse than a democracy in which no one participates, meaning voting. or half of the population participates. I was encouraged to hear that the number of eligible voters in Harris County, of that total number, roughly 90 to 91% had actually registered to vote, which is far and away the greatest percentage of the eligible voter population to ever register. So it's my hope that that 91% who registered to vote informs themselves about not only the presidential race, but congressional races and local races at the state of Texas and in their local neighborhoods and communities and cities and counties. And so I hope everyone exercises their right to vote. If you have any questions about where to vote or polling locations, please refer back to a letter that I sent to the staff earlier this week. And we've got links to both Brazoria, or all three, Brazoria, Fort Bend, and Harris County voting sites. So thank you. God bless everyone. Please hang in there. Keep doing the best you can. We will continue to strive and to move forward until we get out of this situation we find ourselves in as educators. With that, take care of yourselves.